Welcome to my channel. This is the Diamond Chrysalis, aka Divested Diamonds. This is divestment with purpose, and you have arrived. Greetings and salutations, ladies. Thank you so much for joining me. Thanks for being here today. Please do me a favor and click the like button as you watch this video. Thank you kindly. In today's premiere, I'm going to be addressing a certain content creator who seems to have an obsession with me. This person can't seem to get over a certain video that I did about her about 4 months ago. I guess some of what I'd said really hit home and grazed a few nerves. Her unwillingness to move on is the reason I'm doing this video. And I understand that I'm taking the bait by doing this. However, I hate liars. I really hate liars. And I hate the fact that this person's venom is being spewed in my name. For someone who claims they don't know me or why I ever spoke about them in the first place, it's hilarious to me that this individual would take 3 hours and 50 minutes, 50 minutes, damn near 4 hours out of their day to dedicate an entire stream to little old me. I don't know what to say. Thank you. Perhaps. For someone who claims not to give an F about me, you sure do have a lot to say. Now, I understand that you don't like me, and that's fine. The feeling is very mutual, darling. Unfortunately for you, your lack of self-awareness stops you from seeing things for what they really are. You seem to be a natural liar who embellishes on the truth in order to gain the victim vote. At this point, it's just pathetic. You keep saying you don't understand why I addressed you in the first place, but I think you do. Now, I know that spinning the colorism narrative is the easiest way to put a target on my back, but I think that a lot of my supporters understand that that is far from who I am. I've made one colorism video on this channel, and I would like to think that I was fair. Some may disagree, and that's okay. And I do understand that that particular video has nothing to do with what we're discussing today. However, I just wanted to point that out for those who may be curious about how I feel when it comes to colorism. First things first, I'm not a colorist, texturist, or featurist, as you've labeled me. Unlike you, I don't spend all of my days thinking about color or hating on Black women who are darker than me. I mean, what sense would that make? I come from a Black woman, and I love my mother in all of her melanated glory. Unlike you, I don't spend my time looking for ways to be offended, especially based on skin tone. You seem to think about me more than I would ever think of you. And then you have the audacity to say that I have a hard-on for you? Ma'am, are you okay? I mean, seriously, are you okay? Please, you can miss me with trying to paint me as a colorist because I'm not and would never dream of being one. So go sit down somewhere and cry me a river. The problem with people like you is that you don't believe a lighter-skinned woman and a darker-skinned woman can have a disagreement without labeling it colorist. You're obsessed with that notion as well as ageism. I don't care that you're darker than me, nor do I care about your age. We're all aging every day, aren't we? Why would I be bothered about that? I'll tell you what this is all about. It's just another excuse for you to play the victim card while being a mean girl. Usually, when people have no rebuttal to a subject matter, when they lack intellect, which you do, they resort to manipulative tactics and insults, which you've done in several of your videos about me. You've been hurt by my video. I can understand that. You also blame me for ruining your friendship with Pretty Black Magic, claiming I manipulated her and put a battery in her back just so I could turn her against an older, dark-skinned black woman. Why would I need to do that? All I did was highlight your hypocrisy. If she was really your friend, you wouldn't be doing videos about her, talking disparagingly about her. Or maybe that's just how you treat your friends. And you claim to have said nothing bad, but anyone listening to that would never have thought you were friends. If that's the kind of friend you are, who needs enemies? Anyway, Pretty Black Magic is a very smart woman who did not need my help to see through your nonsense. What are we talking about? So moving on, you've called me ugly and said that I had jowls. Are you referring to this picture? You do realize that these are 3 images merged together, right? Where are the jowls? You want to see jowls? Look in the mirror. You've called me horse face, dog face. You've attempted to masculinize me. You've called me misogynistic names, very derogatory. It's very interesting that for someone who claims to not watch my videos, you seem to be interested in cutting me up to pieces based off of the pictures that I've posted. This image was used as an intro to one video. And how would you have known about this if you don't frequent my channel? On the flip side, you've labeled yourself beautiful and said the next time I do a video about you, I should use a good picture and get your good side, and not the one that I used in my thumbnail. Look, I know you're still angry about that, and I get it. It was unflattering. However, accusing me of distorting a picture is something I did not do. It's not like I took a picture of you and distorted it. I did no such thing. It's not an image of you. So why are you still mad?
Okay, so hey black women. I just want to put this out here, and if you can, I appreciate it if you send it to the Diamond Bitch list, right? This is the thing. I don't really know what is wrong with these older black women on YouTube. In particular, this Diamond Crystalist lady, she really has a fucking problem. And clearly, she has issues with, I guess, whatever her identity is versus mine, right? Now, with all these things going on YouTube, she can't pick up a charge to do anything positive, right? Like, she could be on here really talking about black femicide and trying to really organize outside of YouTube if she wasn't such a cowardly bitch the way that she is, right? But instead, she's sitting over on her channel accumulating, I'm assuming, clips of videos of mine to make a video about me, calling me a negative Nancy and accusing me of stupid shit, like childish shit, like, oh, she doesn't like divestors. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck if I don't like divestors? Who gives a fuck? It has nothing to do with what any other woman does with her life. But I guess I'm gonna talk to you directly. I guess you're such a dumb bitch, you can't figure that out, okay? It doesn't fucking matter if I don't like divestors. Do I like divestors? No. You want to know why? Because they're represented by sick, twisted, jealous-hearted, cowardly bitches like you. You have nothing better to do than to go on your channel and spend your fucking time talking about me when I'm oblivious to you, bitch. I don't even give a fuck about you. And even with you doing this video, let me tell you what. Enjoy yourself. I'm not going to flag you or Pretty Black Mag. I don't give a fuck. You're entitled to your opinion. You understand what I'm saying? But the one thing you're not going to do when it comes to me is bully me or try to stop me from having my opinion because your bitch ass thinks that I'm not entitled to be as voiceful and loud and aggressive, not aggressive, assertive as I am in how I feel about any situations that concern black women. So if that offends you, I don't give a fuck. I really don't. And I want you to keep making videos about me because maybe it will bring more people to my channel, right? And when I am the only person out there literally putting boots on the ground to walk around and stomp around for black women and the deaths that our sisters are falling from black femicide, you continue to make fun. But you make sure you show people that I'm the only black woman who's a content creator on YouTube out here in real society trying to do something for black women, no matter how significant the effect is. If it's this little or ginormously, it doesn't matter because I'm doing it. What are you doing besides hiding behind a fucking camera, talking shit like you're in the 12th grade, trying to make fun of me? As if you could make fun of my fucking beauty. You must be fucking kidding me, bitch. You must. The picture that you have up there of that old, very bad looking, dark skinned woman speaks to your colorism and your texturism and featureism. But you know what? Whoever I am haunting you of or from, whoever did anything to you that looks like me in your life, I'm glad, bitch. I hope it haunts you to the fucking bone. Do you understand me? And know this, punk bitch. If you was really about that life, you would do something more than talk shit on a fucking video because you can't silence me. I'm not no weak-minded pussy like you, okay? Your videos, you're bad-mouthing me. You're trying to corral the rest of the black women of YouTube against me. I don't give a fuck. All right? I'm built differently than you. I don't cower, run and hide when shit gets hot or when things get a little chaotic. I rise to the motherfucking occasion, okay? So just know that. You fucking horse-face, dog-ass bitch, okay? Remember that. Because you sitting up here worrying about me when you are the furthest fucking thing from my mind. And running around trying to put batteries in the backs of people on YouTube so you could sit back and watch this shit happen. But listen, I do not care. I encourage you to continue, okay? I don't give a fuck. You will get no real reaction out of me besides me calling you what I did in this video and letting you know that you are the most despicable, low-down piece of shit underneath my shoes that I can think of. You're a bum. A fucking loser who comes on the internet professing to give all of this elitist fucking advice when you don't got a motherfucking thing to show for it. Unlike me, I actually am out here. I actually have attended the events that your bitch ass was too afraid to attend because the blackmails was gonna hurt you. Because you a punk. And all you can do is splice videos together, deform someone's face because your shit is atrocious, fucking dogged out and wrecked, which is why you gotta always have that hair over your face like this, right? Because you scared to show your shit. Me, I don't have no shame about anything about me. My beautiful fucking color that you seem to have a problem with, this shit is beautiful. Look at it. Look at it intensely, bitch. Look at it, okay? It's fucking flawless compared to your shit. It's not busted. It's not wrinkled. It's not cracked and all that shit you're going through. The fucking jowls that I saw hanging off your fucking face. I don't have those issues, okay? So look at it and see it for all its fucking glory. You understand? And when you make those videos, make sure you catch me at my best motherfucking angle, okay? Because you are a childish dumbass.
You know, it never ceases to amaze me how misogynistic women like you can truly be. Not once did I ever come back here and call you any of these misogynistic terms, or said you had an overcrowded mouth that looked as though your teeth were fighting each other and throwing up gang signs. I could have, but I didn't. I've never once said that your 1,000 teeth look like rush hour traffic in LA, or that your flyaway lashes look like bats out of hell. I've never said that. I could have, but I didn't. I've never once looked at you and thought, wow, what a stunning woman. But you seem to think I have. Do you know what that is? Delusion. Let me tell you something. I've come across very beautiful, very stunning, dark-skinned black women. You are not that. But stay delusional. I could have said a lot of things, but didn't. Not once did I say that you had a shark bite in reference to your jagged teeth. I mean, damn. You could chew through some electric cables with no issues. Never seen anything like it. But perhaps I have. Anyway, the last time I saw a mouth like that, it had a hook in it. I'm just saying. Like I said, I could have said a lot of things, but chose not to. Your eyes are too far apart and you have a mousetrap for a mouth. You literally need a caution or hazard sign around your mouth. Nasty. You especially need it before kissing someone, because you may just slice the heck out of them. They'd probably end up with shredded lips and tongue. Damn, who did you piss off? Like I said, I could have said all of those things, but didn't. I mean, I'm saying it now because why would I not? After all the things you've said about me, I could have taken the high road, which I've done several times, but I didn't feel like it. Not this time. And as far as you being, quote unquote, attractive, beauty is subjective. So labeling oneself as beautiful doesn't make it fact. It's very bizarre to me. Self-elected beauty, in my opinion, usually comes from a state of delusion. Not all the time, of course, but most times. Especially in this case. What I see is a woman with a lot of insecurities who uses her skin tone and age as a weapon to spew hatred towards others. There's nothing wrong with having confidence in your looks, obviously. It's a great self-esteem booster, but it's also counterproductive when using that as weaponry to call others ugly. Are we in high school? You keep saying how you look better in person and how people pay you compliments all the time. Well, people lie, especially when making small talk. It's called being polite, but you wouldn't know anything about that because you lack self-awareness. You are so miserable that when someone pays you a compliment, whether they mean that or not, you hold on to it and believe it instantly. You hold on to it for dear life because that's all you've got. It doesn't matter if it's a complete lie. And as far as you calling me ugly, well, I did chuckle because that was funny. That was really funny. Oh, goodness. You know, as someone who's fully comfortable with who they are, childish, low-grade insults such as that bear no consequence on how I view myself. There's nothing that you or anyone else can say to me about how I look that would make me hate myself. It's so weird for someone who's never seen me entirely to speak in absolutes when you don't even know me. Didn't you confirm that in your 3-hour plus live? Let me try to remember what you said. Oh yeah, I don't know that bitch. Anyway, you don't have what it takes to call anyone unattractive. Look, I show parts of me, and that's my prerogative. As far as me not, quote unquote, camming up, that's my prerogative too. Why are you so concerned about it? Now here's something you don't know. I used to be on camera. Those who were subscribed to me 8 or 9 years ago saw me in my entirety. So I don't have an issue, quote unquote, camming up. I just choose not to. And I owe no one an explanation for it. I don't owe you specifically anything at all. And let's talk about what you had to say 4 months ago, once you caught wind of my video. Besides calling me every derogatory term out of the book of insults, you called me an elitist. Why? Because I don't have a rancid toilet mouth like yours? Because I don't scream like a fishwife? You are vile. You're vile. You love drama and you're hateful. One of the many reasons I've never taken to you is because your broken spirit exudes demonic energy. I'm never wrong about that. If you had not frequented my channel, I never would have known about you. I never would have known who you were. You came to me first, not the other way around. You hate divestors, yet you're always in our spaces. There's only one explanation for that. You're an energy vampire. You're an agent of chaos. And as far as me being an elitist, that's your opinion. You can think whatever you want. Nobody cares. Sure, I carry myself in a certain manner. It's a part of my upbringing, and I'm very proud of it. As far as that is concerned, I have nothing to be ashamed of. And if that comes across as elitist to you, then so be it. Your opinion is exactly that. An opinion. It's not valid over here. You and I aren't friends, and we never will be. We don't even know each other, but most importantly, we don't like each other, so why should I care what you think of me? Now, let's address the comment you made in your original response video about me not doing anything for Black women. Just because I'm not out here on the internet bragging about it doesn't mean I don't do anything for Black women. Unlike you, I don't go around foaming at the mouth, salivating and speculating things with no valid proof. If Black women want to reach out to me privately, all they have to do is ask. I offer free advice and possible solutions to Black women who are going through hard times. My philanthropy is something I do away from prying eyes. I'm not going to put private matters as a centerpiece on my channel to impress the likes of you. I'm on YouTube independently. I'm not here to do content to appease you. Who are you? What I offer in private, keyword private, is on a need-to-know basis. If you want to be a grassroots individual who organizes marches, protests, etc., good for you. Do it. What does that have to do with me? And why should I be forced into it? I do a lot of things behind the scenes that you know nothing about. But here you are, pontificating as always. And the kicker is that you know nothing. If this is what you want to do, fair enough. That's your lane. I thought we were all in agreement that Black women were not a monolith. I thought we understood that. Let me give you some unsolicited advice, even though you're probably going to throw it back in my face. You keep running into brick walls because you expect all Black women to come together and fight for the same cause. You expect us all to vote for Kamala Harris and become, quote unquote, our sister's keeper. And you want us all to accept Black women twerking and passing that off as, quote unquote, a little bit of fun. And this is why you had a problem with what I had to say in my Sexy Red video. You've called me a separatist, but yet you failed to realize that Black women don't want the same things in life. You're fighting a losing battle. What you're hoping for is never going to happen. This is why I always keep saying Black women need to find their tribe. Like-minded people they can share information with. People they can learn from. Other women who will help them grow. If the people you're subscribed to aren't nourishing your minds and giving you new and better perspective to help you improve your life, you have to reassess your social media consumption. Who are you listening to? What value are they adding to your life? Sometimes information is key, and that's all you need. Do with it what you will. If those you support don't give you tools to help you grow, it's time to switch it up and find those who will. Google will give you some information. What it won't give you is the human experience. That is why people subscribe to other human beings. Now, can some of these beings be disingenuous sometimes? Absolutely. And that's why you need to vet. But I digress. So when this person says that Black women only gravitate towards light-skinned women, they love being in cliques and hate older women, is that a proven fact or a personal theory based on projection? Let's face it, I'm not the only woman you've had an issue with, and I certainly won't be the last. Like I said last time, if you're the common denominator when issues pop up, is it really other people's fault? Or are you the problematic one? You keep saying, I attacked you out of the blue. Lady, no one needs to do that. No one needs to attack you. Have you seen yourself when you get mad? I'll leave it there. No comment. Here's the thing. I didn't even know who you were. I didn't even know you had a channel, and I didn't know you were a content creator until you became an active commenter on my channel. You would comment every now and then, and some of your comments, well, left much to be desired. Too combative, too negative, too harsh, very low vibrational. Others, well, they were okay, I guess. And even after I found your channel, I never subscribed. See, I'm very big on energy, right? And something told me to stay away from you. The main issue I had was that your tone was always off, very commanding and very aggressive. Now, before you get too excited, this has nothing to do with your skin tone because you love to misinterpret things. I'm just calling it for what it was. You were often very rude, very disrespectful, and offered nothing of substance. See, your way of doing things isn't the only way. When you say things like, I never even knew this quote-unquote chick, when I know for a fact that you were in my comment section until I blocked you. I know you're lying and being disingenuous. The last comment you made before I blocked you was when you told me to stop calling Black women mammies. And here's the thing. I don't call all Black women mammies, obviously. There's a specific breed of Black women who are dangerous, and they don't mind throwing other Black women under the bus. They will put you in really uncompromising positions. And these women have no love for other Black women. But I digress. Anyway, here it is. Is that not your old channel? Unfortunately, I deleted your comment before retrieving the rest of what you'd said because you continued lecturing me on the historical context of the term mammy as if I didn't know what it meant. What level of education do you think I have? Anyway, never mind that. You commented 2 more times. And once I saw that, it made me realize that you were only there to be combative. And that's not my style. So I blocked you, and all of your comments went into oblivion. Now, you can tone police or reprimand people on your channel all you like. That's your business. But coming onto my channel and telling me what I can or cannot say in my own videos is downright disrespectful. Now, I know that you don't care for mutual respect because according to you, you are free to say whatever you want, right? They just don't want older, dark-skinned women to have an opinion. Is that really what you think? Your opinion is not the problem. It's not what you say. It's how you say it. One thing I've never done as a content creator is go to someone's channel for the purpose of creating chaos with the channel owner or the people in the comment section. I don't do that. My thing is this. If I don't agree with certain content, you will never, and I mean never, find me on that channel going back and forth with either the content creator or anyone else in the comment section. What's the point of that? Just to be combative? So, who are you to tell me what to do? I didn't just wake up one day and decide to, quote unquote, attack you. The first time I addressed your nonsense was in a video where I was talking about something else. Towards the end of the video was when I actually mentioned that you seem to have an issue with a lot of people on this platform. Is that not true? Where's the lie? My reaction to you wasn't out of the blue. It was after you'd made this comment. After I had blocked you. I had previously allowed you to comment on my channel. I gave you grace. I tolerated you on the basis of being a Black woman as well as a content creator. You see, I'm the kind of person who isn't opposed to other people having a difference of opinion. Again, we're not a monolith. We've all had different life experiences, so that's to be expected. There have been a couple of times where I've gone back and forth with at least a couple of subscribers in my comment section. It's never gotten to the point where we're so mad at each other that things have escalated to the point of disrespect. We've agreed to disagree respectfully. And in one situation where I felt I was a little harsh, I apologized sincerely to that person. Now, when it comes to you, I really gave you too much leeway. I gave you enough rope to hang yourself. And time again, you proved to me why I was wrong for giving you a chance in the first place. The first time I addressed you, you did an entire live, which I never watched, nor did I talk about. I was aware of it though. The second time I addressed you was the last time, after you had done a video complaining about someone else that you had issues with. And in that video, you had talked about a whole bunch of things. You talked about divestors and a slew of other people. And then, all of a sudden, you decided to talk about me. You referenced something I'd said about you the first time I ever spoke about you. You keep calling me a liar and how I'd spliced your video to create some kind of narrative. But here's the thing. What would I have to benefit by having beef with you? You're a non-entity to my existence. You're irrelevant, unimportant, insignificant, inconsequential to me. You keep saying you don't understand why I have an issue with you. Perhaps it's jealousy. What? Hold on. What? What would I have to be jealous of? Please enlighten me. What is it about you that I would be jealous of? Listen, you might be the dog's bollocks where you're from, but you're not that to me. You mentioned something about your light brown eyes, your brown skin, and curly hair. Ma'am, are you okay? No, seriously, are you okay? Is that what you think I'm jealous of? What? Are you serious?
But all it speaks to, literally, is the colorism and hatred certain black women have for other black women, and it gets annoying. And I know why they do it to me. It's because if I was some fat, ugly black woman who's old, walking around with a fucking moo-moo and some rags and shit tied around my head, looking like I don't give a fuck about myself, they would not have a problem with me. They would not. Now, I don't go around patting myself on the back, because I do have high self-esteem, or making it seem like I'm the greatest fucking black woman in the world, but I am beautiful. I am exotically fucking beautiful. And even whatever you see in these videos is nothing in comparison to seeing me in person. Ask anybody who was at the Black Femicide marches who saw me in person. Anybody. They will tell you. Okay? I am very fucking good looking to be 60 years old. I have no wrinkles. My skin is smooth. My body is in perfect shape. I work out. I fight in the dojo. I take care of myself. I make sure I'm in good shape. I don't always comb my hair. You can see that. And I don't really care about putting all that kind of fucking makeup on. But this is how I am most times when you see me. Most times when you see me, I'm just going to be wild-headed with some lashes on and lipstick. But because I'm like that, and I'm not some stereotype of what they want all dark women to be, this is really what their problem is. And it has always been that way in my life. And especially if you see me in person and you see that my eyes are not really brown, but they're light brown. That really fucks with people because they feel like only light-skinned people are supposed to have funny colored eyes. That really bothers them too. And mine is not half as light as my mother's or my sister's. So a lot of this shit is just jealousy and bitches that just got hate for other black women because this is what black women do. And so for her to make a video that is very misleading and full of fucking projections and hypocrisy is nothing less than what I would expect from this broad. Because if you really go on her page and look at her videos, she's a fucking elitist. Always talking about the black women who are value up here versus the black women that are low level down here. Like, why you just can't talk about black women issues? Why do you always have to attack groups of women to make it seem like it's the us versus them all the fucking time? This is what they do. So let's finish hearing this shit.
This is exactly why I don't deal with simple-minded people like yourself. It's a complete waste of time. Utter brain drain. Jealousy is not a part of my life in any way, shape, or form. It's never been a part of my vocabulary. I've never operated from a scarcity mindset or envious of anyone. So being jealous has never been a part of the fabric of my existence. There's only one person I'm in competition with, and that's myself. And I know it's a hard concept for you to grasp because you think you're so wonderful. But just so you know, it has nothing to do with ego or delusion, which you seem to have a lot of. I use my life's experiences as a guide to do better because there's always room for improvement. I don't look at other people and wish I were like them. My main attraction when it comes to the human race is intelligence. I admire those who are able to create positive change. I'm interested in innovators, those who are capable of making a real impact in this world. Do I wish I were like them? No, but I can appreciate a beautiful mind and learn something on how to improve myself through their teachings. I'm very comfortable in my own skin and very happy with who I am. I will never be the type who goes around looking for drama in order to make their life interesting. That's a sad existence. Who wants to live like that? I don't ever look at others with envy or jealousy. It's low vibrational. The point is to task myself with challenges that improve my capabilities, as well as my awareness of the world we live in. And I do this so I could be better, not just for me, but for those who are very dear to me. There is no room for jealousy. Jealousy usually comes from a place of inadequacy, insecurity, unworthiness, fear, etc. I don't compare myself to other people or live life according to what society expects of me. I live life on my own terms, just so we're clear. Now, let's talk about this age thing. I'm sensing that this is a real issue for you. You seem to be very bothered about how old I am because, according to you, my quote-unquote husky voice is a sign of old age, and you believe I'm older than you. Aren't you pushing 60? That's what you said in your video, right? I'm nowhere near that. I have a mature sounding voice. Always have. I'm very well aware of that. My voice has range, sweetheart. I have bass in my voice and I love it. So what? Does that bother you? So just because you feel that I don't have a high-pitched voice, that means I'm older? Keep wishing. What's the problem? Not too girly enough for you? Not too pink enough for you? You know, I just celebrated my birthday not too long ago. And guess what? I'm a seasoned woman, but not quite as seasoned as you. You are indeed my elder and always will be. Funny thing about time, right? You can't really change it. Can't do too much with it. Well, at least not in this universe. But anyway, you called me old when you were tearing me down to shreds in response to that video 4 months ago. And here you are doing it again. And I'm the ageist? You're the one who brought up colorism, texturism, and featureism. And I'm the colorist, texturist, and featurist? You know, your victimhood knows no bounds. Your victim mentality never ceases to amaze me. And here's something you're not going to like very much, but I don't care. If we're being brutally honest here, you look every bit your age and not a second younger. Listen, you've earned it. There's nothing wrong with that. And if I were to be super realistic based off what I've seen, you look like you are in your mid to late 60s, which makes you closer to my mother's age than you are to me. They say that black don't crack, and that is true up to a point, because sometimes it just crumbles, and that's okay. Now, do with that what you will. Throw a tantrum if you must. Do several videos. I don't care. I'm done with you. You're an energy demon, an energy vampire, and you won't be dragging me to the pits of hell with you. All this talk about wanting good for black women while referring to us as bitches, broads, mother effers, and female dog N-words sounds loving, doesn't it? I have a genuine question to ask. No shade. At what age does this level of profanity stop? I'm serious. Do we have a cap, or is this like a forever thing? Inquiring minds need to know. A lot has been said between us, but not once have I ever called you misogynistic terms, because that's not who I am. But I've noticed that that's exactly who you are. You wish I could be uncouth with you so you could cash in your platinum victim card. You've quite comfortably and happily called me a bitch, broad, chick, mother effer, etc. You called me childish, but yet you wanted me to, quote unquote, pull up so we could fight. And I'm the one exhibiting high school behavior? You don't even act your age. And this is why you get upset at younger people for not wanting you in their spaces. Aren't you supposed to be doing content for Black women over 50? Your words, not mine. Oh, and by the way, I still wouldn't be your target audience for that kind of content. You will find me in the decade right below that. Does that satisfy your curiosity when it comes to my age? The problem really isn't me or any other women on this platform. You seem to have a lot of unresolved issues, trauma, anger that you need to work through. And summoning another grown woman to a fight is just ghetto. It's that toxic Blackistani mentality. And quite frankly, I can't relate to that kind of behavior. With 2 failed marriages and 7 adult offspring under your belt, shouldn't you be worrying about other important things? You don't know me or my life, yet you have a lot to say. You blame me for highlighting your hypocrisy and saying that I lied. I spliced your videos to make you look bad. No one needs to do that. You do that perfectly, all by yourself. You made yourself look bad. You didn't need my help. That's just who you are. And you've proven that time and time again. You seem to have the same excuse for everyone who uses your own words as evidence of the things you've said. Just vile. And you had the audacity to call me a bully? No, you're the bully. See, I respect my elders. I don't bully them. You know, right off the top of my head, I could think of 12 content creators at least that this woman has had issues with. And I'm sure there are more. It's amazing how drama just seems to follow this woman. And then she claims that everyone else has an issue and not her, that it's always someone else doing something to her. She's always the victim. You've accused me of always speaking negatively about Black women. Well, can you add a little context to that? No, of course not. That would be too easy. Your hatred for me supersedes any bit of nuance. Now, do I call out the BS when it comes to certain groups of Black women? Sure. Let me reiterate something. While everyone is welcome on this channel is for those who wish to divest, are in the process of divesting, or divested. People like Sexy Red, Sukiana, Megan Thee Stallion are a poison to the Black female collective. Me pointing that out should not come as a shocker to anyone unless you're just like those women. Their behavior is toxic. It's damaging to Black women. And yes, I'm one of those people who refuses to uphold such trashy behavior. You know, most other groups of people aren't perfect. However, there seems to be uniformity when it comes to not accepting members of their group who deliberately and intentionally tarnish the group's image, the group's reputation. The so-called community looks the way that it does because of the upliftment of criminal and debaucherous behavior. Why should the rest of us have to suffer in silence by excusing and accepting these people's deplorable antics? A lot of these women you keep championing for are no different from their Black male counterparts. They are literally the female versions of them. Sukiana has a song called Eating. Do yourself a favor and look at those lyrics. If you're still in doubt as to why some of these women need to be left behind, that tells me all I need to know about you. I will not be shamed for separating myself from trash. You call it elitist. I call it having standards. Imagine being shamed for having standards. Ridiculous. You know, other races and ethnicities see this and they contribute to the degeneracy. You have Latinas calling Black women monkeys and roaches, freely using the N-word all the while being in Black spaces, making money in Black spaces while thumbing their noses at Black women. They do this because they, like most other people, have come to realize that the bar in the so-called community is underwater. Nobody cares. It's a free-for-all. This is the place where degeneracy thrives. This is the place where degeneracy is promoted. This is the place where others come to get rich off of the backs of Black women by denigrating our image even further. So, pardon me for not being so accepting of this kind of behavior, for not accepting this from other ethnicities as well as Black women themselves. Black women, of all people, should be very concerned on how we're perceived, because as someone accurately pointed out in my last video, how we're looked upon has real-life consequences. I will not apologize for holding Black women's feet to the fire. If you have an issue with that, which you do, that's your business. I sure as hell am not going to take advice from someone who's argued with half of, if not all, of Black female YouTube. Stay in your lane and I'll stay in mine. We don't have to like each other. We don't have to communicate with each other. And we sure as hell don't have to go back and forth in these videos. You and I go together like water and oil. We're never going to get along. You don't like me, and I certainly don't like you. So continue doing your videos about me and pretending not to frequent my channel, taking TikTok clips from my video as if I wouldn't notice. Well, at least one that I know of. Remember this?
The men who are being squeezed out of the marriage market, what does Mother Nature do to them to help them find a mate? Raises their testosterone, makes them more hypersexual, makes them more aggressive, actually raises crime rates. Monogamy is good for humans because it's good for cultures and societies. The more monogamy you have, the lower the crime rate. Here's why. When you have one group of men at the top, whether you call it a harem or whether you just say it's an athlete with a lot of baby mamas, one group of men at the top who has more women, that leaves a group of men at the bottom, often in the lower classes, who are angry, they can't find mates, and so crime rates go up, and rape goes up, sexual assault goes up. Women, by not choosing to marry men without college degrees, are creating higher crime rates, accidentally. They are creating unstable, unsafe society. They are often losing the opportunity.
She posted the TikTok clip from my channel after clipping it from one of my videos. Now, you're probably going to deny it, but we both know what you did. Feel free to clip this one as well. You have my permission. I mean, we both know you don't watch my videos, right? Since you don't have this clip anymore and you've been looking for it, there you go. You're welcome. And here's the thing. I'm not the one sitting on the internet and complaining about other people and how they are colorist or ageist. Unlike you, I do have a life, a real life, and I live it well. So have at it. Enjoy yourself. Just do us both a favor and leave me alone. I will not be bullied as an adult. That's just crazy. It's weird. At this point, you've maxed out your platinum victim card, and I'm really getting bored with your antics. I'm sure you'd be happy to know that I've taken down the video in question because nothing is ever worth my peace. Chaos is not a way of life for me. This drama is not worth it for me. You are not worth it.
You dumb hoes this, you hoe ass bitch this. What are you talking about?
I mean, sure. Perhaps you're not comparable to those women, but you've used derogatory language towards Black women too. You are not quite as innocent as you're making yourself out to be. Let's continue.
Is it really about me trying to take a stance of being innocent? I don't think I've ever done that. And why does she have this pressing issue to try to make it seem like, oh, you say this, but you do that? Like, what is wrong with this woman? How old is this broad to be acting like she's in elementary school? What is it? You upset because my hair curls a little bit? Sorry, too much for you? Or my eyes are too slanted for you? Or my skin too beautifully brown and smooth for you? Like, what the fuck is your problem, chick? Like, you putting in a lot of fucking work in trying to defame a person who has never fucking uttered your name. What's wrong with you, homegirl? What the fuck is wrong with you? And even her point right there didn't make no fucking sense. If I'm saying after those two women and I had an altercation, and I'm saying, what the fuck is wrong with them always doing that to black women? And they do it every time. It's not one time they don't do that shit on a fucking video or live. I'm dead serious. You don't believe me? Go see it for yourself. So she's having a problem with me pointing that out. And when I was talking about creators, because you know I will go in on creators' hypocrisy, their performative bullshit, their exploitation of black women, because I don't like it. Because I'm here doing the same shit they're doing, but I do it for free. Because if you notice, right, and I don't have, and let me get this real clear for the ignorant people that have said this to me in the past, I don't give a fuck about not making money off these videos, because you do understand that I don't have to do it, right? And I did not have to be deleted by YouTube because I was trying to be very positive towards black women and informative. That's the reason why my fucking shit was always flagged, because I spoke for black women and girls. These chicks speak for themselves in their pocket. And that is the issue. Because even when you see, every time YouTube would flag me, oh, you breaking, what is that shit they used to always say? Something guidelines about, it was always about black males. And I was like, I wasn't even fucking talking about them. I'm talking to black women. It's always like that. They would always flag me trying to make it seem like I was doing like group hate towards black men, black males. And I'm like, what? I wasn't even fucking talking. How does me talking about a job program or black women's self-esteem or black women whatever, how the fuck does that have anything to do with them? It's because those motherfuckers was coming over here flagging my channel like that. And probably her too, for the way she's doing this video, all lying and making shit up as she goes along. That is a crazy lack of respect for black women who look and are just like you. So I know for a fact this was either one of them or even any one of them that I spoke about. And it's like, I really don't care, because until I really feel like my message is not being received the way it should be, and I feel like my fight for the acknowledgement of black femicide and getting us to try to get noticed and get some response to what we're talking about outside of YouTube is making an impact, that's the only time I'm going to stop. Because I can't control subscribers. Either you care about what I'm saying and you want to make a personal change, or you want to increase upon the greatness that you already have in the life of who you are. I don't have any control over that. So until you start watching the majority of my videos, and if you are familiar with any of the videos I put out before, please know what the hell you're talking about when it comes to me. And keep in mind that in spite of all these women on here that stomp up and down all fucking day talking about how much they care about black women, not one of those motherfuckers had it in them to show up to the Black Women's March.
Those mother effers? These are black women you're talking about, right?
Yeah, it is black women I'm talking about. And I hope you see this video for me to let you know you are the main motherfucker, the head motherfucker. What's up, MN? So this is the shit I'm talking about. Anything you say, because this bitch wants to fit something in her narrative, she trying to make it appear like that. Y'all know I talk like that. You know everything is motherfucker this, these motherfuckers that. That's how I talk. The same way they refer to black women as females and bitches and hoes. So it's okay for them, but when I point out their shit, she has to come and go, oh, you're not perfect either. This is what you do. Bitch, I don't give a fuck about if you don't care if I'm perfect. I'm going to keep saying what the fuck I want to say. But the reason I did this video is to point out this is a shit starting bitch, right? And this is a colorist bitch, a ageist bitch, and she's also a person that goes to find people she could fuck with that she thinks is dumb enough so that she could put the battery in their back and fucking have them take off like she did with Pretty Black Magic. I'm gonna hurry up to get to that point because I want y'all to see what kicked off all this shit, all right? And it's ridiculous because this is the bitch with the problem. She's the one with the problem. And all it comes down to, because I've been dealing with this shit my whole fucking life, whenever you have a light-skinned bitch, and this is not to light-skinned women collectively, this is to this bitch. You have a light-skinned bitch that is not attractive. She is fundamentally unfortunate looking, right? She sees a black woman, a dark black woman that she thinks is not ugly enough or not ugly to the point that she thinks is acceptable to her standards. She goes on a motherfucking personal attack. This is so real, it is not. I told y'all in another video, I have a light-skinned woman at my job with green eyes, curly hair, very light skin. Why is this bitch always hating on me every fucking day at work? This is the shit I'm literally talking about. Because they have been socialized to believe, and it's all of us, but it's certain ones, because it's black women, dark-skinned ones do the same thing to light-skinned women too. I know that to be a fact. Because I've seen them do that to my sister, my mother, my daughters, and my granddaughters. But anyway, get back to the point. This particular chick, she's one of those. Because she hides her face, and we know they all try to like to hide behind the fact that, oh, black men are dangerous, so I gotta hide my... Ain't not a one motherfucker checking for you like that. If that was the case, I would have had a conflict and ran into a motherfucker a long time ago. I always show my face. I talk shit wherever I go because I can handle myself. So if nobody has said nothing to me, they don't give a fuck about you. They don't. They do not. And all that doxing shit, I wish a nigga would show up to my door. And that's the same way all of you need to have the same fucking attitude. Because the reason these people put their foot in your ass is because you're afraid of it. And this chick right here is a perfect example of the weakness, the dysfunction, and the problematic fucking behavior that too many creators have. Because I don't know what it is with them, because I'm totally satisfied with just making my video. If people like it, they don't. They like it, okay, all right, I'm gonna keep going, right? Until I decide, like, I'm done with this shit. They have a problem with shit. And they stir the shit whenever they feel like it's not enough shit going on. And we all know this to be true. And this is why this raggedy bitch went out of her way to do this. And I'm surprised she didn't get low and dirty like Crystal Swirls and Nosy Neighbor Lady and start calling me black, ugly, and old and all that other shit. Because I know this shit was on the tip of this bitch's tongue. Because she like a nigga with a hard on for me. Bitch, you ain't got nothing else to do in your motherfucking life besides worry about... You a sad motherfucker then.
And this is to my subscribers. I'm really sorry that I had to go down this road. I felt this was a necessary evil. I willingly took the bait because this woman has been on her channel maligning me, and I couldn't tolerate that. This woman has made quite a few videos denigrating me, a couple of which she's deleted or hidden. I don't know which. The rest of them are still there. She seems to talk about me every time she gets triggered. And at this point, I've just had enough of this woman. This is officially my last video of her because I'm done talking about this. There are people out there who thrive on negativity, and she's one of them. I will not allow some wild banshee to take my peace. This nonsense ends right here for me. Thank you so much for indulging me. Thank you for watching, ladies. We'll talk about something a little less mind-numbing in the next premiere. Love and light to you all, and take care. Bye, diamonds.